Hello and welcome to Caching Waves. This is your Elliott Wave update for Solana. I'm just going on my daily count real quick as the impulse. I still have upper targets for my third wave in green up around 143 as the closest target. That's at our point of breakdown in this X wave. But currently in this third of the third, and I'll show you that on the third wave chart, which is right here. This would be the third in green topping up around this area, around 135-ish. Currently expecting targets down here between $60 and $87. I'll show you that in a moment. Right here between 59.19 and 87.77. That is the 382 fib level of this third wave on log and linear. It's quite a big range. But we'll be able to nail it down once we get these waves to form out a little bit better. But there is a way that this third wave gets moved over up around 135, and we have one more wave to go. I'll show you those discrepancies down on the 1 hour. But as of right now, my primary is that we need to come down to this area, and we'd like to hold within this previous fourth wave in blue. It shifts significantly to the downside if we break the 50 at 46.81 on log scale there. We're going to go down to the hourly, and I'll show you how we can get one more wave up here to complete our third of the third up around this area, or if it's complete, how we come down to this green box you see here. I'm going down to the 1 hour. If you've been watching my videos, the hardest wave I've had, so this is our low here, is making 5 waves out of this without this fourth wave being a very shallow retracement compared to this wave 2. So there is a way this can be relabeled and still have moves to the upside. I'll show you that in a moment. But if this is complete and the larger third wave in blue was complete, how we would get down to this green box between 59.19 and 87.77 is as either a flat pattern or a WXY, a 333. So the question on this current wave to the downside is if we get one more wave down, then we'd consider that a flat. We reached the minimum requirement, which was the 70% retracement of this A wave. To get a flat rather than a WXY. So we'll see if we get one more wave down right here. If we don't, I would re-pull the fibs here and call this a W wave, at which point I'd pull the fibs from this low once we make higher highs and look for a corrective structure to the upside before making the C wave to the downside. But as of right now, this would just get relabeled as a WXY, and the only difference would be if we don't reach the 70% of this retracement move. That's the current wave you see here. If we don't reach the 70%, and we just come to like the 618, we would expect 3 waves down here as a WXY. If we do come up and pass this 70% retracement you see here, then we can expect 5 waves down as a flat, as an ABC. So very subtle differences, but they do matter, and they would make us decide where to take an entry, waiting for that 5th wave rather than 3. So I just wanted to show you guys that. But as of right now, this is my primary count, and we'll have to pay attention whether we get that 5th wave down here, in which case I'd expect a correction to the upside because it looks like we started with 3 here, or if we just come up from here, grind sideways like so, grind sideways, get up here, and then consider taking our short. I wanted to show you my bullish scenario on this one, and that is we're still in our fifth wave and making a ending diagonal. As you know, I was having trouble with this structure over here, making it a clean impulse. And what's interesting is it matches up with my larger 2.236 extensions on the larger blue wave here, or it would be up here in this area. You can see we have very, very close targets between the two, but we'll get rid of that for the moment and focus on this micro. Same scenario here, except this is an ABC structure as a 3-wave, and this is our low of our previous fourth, so it becomes invalid as soon as we drop below 63.67. But same scenario today, we can get a fifth wave down, that's fine, and then make this wave. These targets are based on the low currently being in, but we would anticipate in this, if the low is in, that's where all these fibs are pulled, an extension of this wave 1 up between the 618 and the 786 of this wave 1, which is up between this range of 130 and 145. Then we'd expect a retracement between the 50 and the 618, and then an extension of this third wave between the 618 and the 786. I just pulled in between all those targets just to get a general target area for you, if you want to pay attention to that. But what we would expect in this area is 3-wave patterns, not 5. So we come up, and then we'd be looking for a short once we broke this channel here. But again, all these targets would change if we just make that one more low here and this becomes a flat as a 335. I'd have to adjust all these targets, but this would still be in play after that fact. But that's what I'm looking at, guys. This is the bullish ending diagonal for that fifth of our third, and our fourth wave, which is my primary, is we're going to make a 333 here, or a 335. The question is the A wave in yet, or the W wave and a WXY, and same with that diagonal. At the moment, I'm not interested in a trade on this one whatsoever, but it looks like we will have some options in the future. So if you want to subscribe, I will post those setups in the future, and thanks for watching.